Hey guys, welcome back to European Exotic Center. Next to me we have a 2007 Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 Roadster. The car is finished in a tri-yellow exterior paint color, just 4,000 miles on it. Incredible condition, yellow brake calipers with chrome wheels, nice little throwback touch. Massive center exhaust pipe, makes a phenomenal noise. Of course, with that open top, you just hear it that much better. Still get iconic scissor doors. You have yellow interior diamond stitching all throughout the seats and the center console. The entire cabin is essentially leather. Let's go ahead and take it out for a drive. Giovanni and I are just taking it out for a nice Friday cruise. So 631 brake horsepower, 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12, an absolute unit of an engine. 0 to 60 happens in about 3.7 seconds. The top speed is 207. Jeez. That's incredibly thrilling. But man, this thing just sounds so good with the top down. Like, feels very heavy. Feels big, but the steering is quite precise. Actually surprisingly quick, surprisingly easy to place the car. All right, let's calm down for a sec. That massive rear exhaust pipe it's like a foot wide. It's huge. Steering wheel isn't quite in front of where you're sitting. It's just off to the right. The driving position, I mean, it still becomes pretty intuitive after a few minutes, and it does 8 miles to the gallon, maybe 9. But we'll scratch over that. The E-gear paddle shift transmission. It's a 6-speed single clutch transmission. This car weighs in at around 2 tons, so it's a big boy. And you can feel that, but that's nothing new though when it comes to the big V12 Lambos. But man, it takes corners like a champ. I mean, so Murcielago is Spanish for bat. Some people say Murcielago. Some people say Murcielago or Murcielago. I don't know. Doesn't matter how I say it, someone's gonna try to correct me. Right, so visibility is a big, I don't wanna say issue necessarily, but big factor of these cars. Because this is a convertible and I'm tall enough, I can actually just simply go like that and simply see over the, my rear shoulder. If this was a coupe, that wouldn't be quite as easy. Revs to 8,500 RPM. Sitting in traffic, man, does this get a lot of attention. Yeah, like just this, everyone. Why have they even fitted a radio in here? I don't understand. Who's gonna just, oh yeah, let me go ahead and put on some, like, no. This is your radio.
That's music.
That is music. The sound of music. Italian orchestra. That is what that is. The heart of a V12 Lamborghini has always been its V12. It's always been the engine. The soul of Lamborghini has always been, that is the defining characteristic of this car, is its engine. Always has been, always will be. It's one of the reasons why they're still building V12 cars, because they know that. They're aware of it. They get it. This is the second generation of the Murcielago. The first generation came out in 2003. And it was a 6.2 liter V12. So they've upped it to 6.5 liters in the LP640 cars. This is a 2007, so this was, I believe, the first year of the LP640. Went on till 2010. The Murcielago SV is my favorite Lamborghini of all time, and I would just do anything to be able to drive one of those. Leather wrapped everywhere, yellow interior stitching. I love the sort of diamond yellow stitching all over the center console and on the seats. Little Lamborghini emblem right behind your head. Yeah, I mean, it is just a crazy place to be. It's a crazy view out and a crazy sort of view out back. Everywhere you look, it's just madness. And this is why we love Lamborghini, because they just build cars that are just insane. And this is during the sort of when Audi took over Lamborghini and things became a bit more user-friendly, a bit more usable, a bit more reliable. But Lamborghini still went mad with the styling, and it's still a Lamborghini, a true Lamborghini at heart. and one of the last old school Lamborghinis. So put it in sport mode, of course, everything, you can feel it get a bit more firmed up. The suspension's a bit stiffened. It is a single clutch transmission, so there's a bit of a lag. I think downshifts on the old school single clutch Lambos, the E-gear transmissions, sound amazing because there's just like a slight delay and it just spikes up. It just really winds up. I thought I had to shift soon, and I looked down and I still have 3,000 RPM to go. One of the coolest features of this car is its bat wings. So if you look on the side of the vehicle, there are some massive air intakes that are closed at low speeds, and when you really get on it, they open up to allow more air into the engine. And just seeing that in your rearview mirror is just such a special feeling. There's actually a button down here that allows you to put on the bat wings. Just gonna put the bat wings up just because I can, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, immediately feel 10 times cooler than I already was. It's a big car, and it feels it, but you just don't care because of that sound and just the overall visceral experience, especially with that top down, like I said, just adds so much more. This sounds so good. The Aventador sounds incredible, but I think this is one of the best sounding Lamborghinis ever made. I think people will agree with me there. It's actually a pretty commonly agreed on point. Single clutch, 6-speed transmission, E-gear transmission. And I think it's just fine. I think it behaves just fine. I think you can live with it just fine. I mean, pretty smooth. And the more throttle you give it, the faster you're going, the more intense it does get. Oh yeah. Nose is quite low. Does have a lift system. It raises and lowers the nose really quickly within like 4 or 5 seconds. There, what else we got here? A couple of, I mean, you know, it's nicely trimmed inside. It's still a Lamborghini. They still do a fantastic job of making the interior special. Imagine this thing straight piped. That would be spine chilling. In terms of the looks, I think this is also an incredibly pretty Lamborghini. I actually think it's prettier than the Aventador, I think. Aventador is a bit more mad looking. I'd say this is a bit more reserved looking. A little bit, the lines are a bit smoother. But man, this is a beautiful car. This thing, when you open it up, like, it wants you to open it up. It doesn't like going at slow speeds. It just wants you. It's just like, let's go, let's go. It wants you to really get on it. And it rewards you so much for doing so. It's a proper old school feel. The steering's old school. It's an incredibly nostalgic car for me as well. Growing up, I loved this car, along with the first generation Gallardo. Yeah, it's just, and that the side intakes, not the bat wings, but the side intakes on the bottom of the vehicle, those look amazing as well. I mean, the styling is, you cannot disagree, is incredible. Throttle response, immediate. Again, naturally aspirated V12. You cannot beat that. It's a V12, like, you just can't, there's no way around that. I would feel cooler pulling up to a car meet or something in a Mercy or a Diablo.
Yeah. A car meet any day.
Rather than a newer Lambo. I mean,
yeah.
You might disagree with me, some people, but I just feel so cool in the old school cars. With all these new cars, they drive amazing, like they do. And so it's so refreshing to hop back into one of these 15-year-old cars and just get on it. This is one of the greatest sounds ever to come out of Italy. Or anywhere really. I mean, honestly, the visibility is surprisingly not that bad. You could still get by with it, mostly because of the top being down. A crazy slanted windshield in front of you, massive side mirrors that just protrude out like 1.5 feet just to make the car even wider. And the car is wider in the back than it is in the front, which makes for, you know, you gotta be a bit tricky pulling it out of places. Even these windows look really cool, just the shape of the windows. Everything is just dialed.
The bezel on the top of the window is just like crisp.
It's like real crisp. 0 to 60 is still the upper 3-second range, 3.7, which is plenty fast. Because in no way during those accelerations was I like, you know what? I wish it was a bit more exciting. I wish it was a bit faster. I wish it was a bit, no. You don't care. The steering is incredibly direct. It has decent feel in it. It doesn't, you know, it's not the most transparent steering in the world, I'll be honest, but it is very direct. Steering wheel is also about the size of a tortilla. You know, this is just one of the pinnacle automotive experiences, is driving an open top V12 Lamborghini. And it's such a nice feeling knowing that you're making people's days when they see this car. You see them smile, you see their faces light up, especially the kids. Not all people, some people despise you. Yeah, very direct, incredibly planted. This car does have all-wheel drive, so there's lots of grip in the corners.
Oh, he's trying.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, it's an M8 competition.
Oh, shit.
Those are sick.
Oh, we got that competition.
If you're over 6 feet, you should fit in this car just fine.
I'm 6'4" and hot, and I can.
My hair is about parallel with the windscreen, and so I've got plenty of room in here. It is a little tight with the legroom. When cars do eventually go fully electric, it's the outlandish cars like this that will be missed the most.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, dude. Big difference.
Doesn't get old. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Are you a fan of the Murcielago? Do you like the Diablo, the Aventador, or what's your favorite V12 Lambo? Let me know down below. This car is for sale here at European Exotic Center. You can visit our website, check out all 60 photos of the vehicle, and I will see you guys in the next one.